killed little boys and then buried them underneath the house.
Kind of puts him up there on the list.
Well, who do you got up next?
This is a very famous domestic terrorist, Timothy McVeigh. He was responsible for Oklahoma City bombing. And for his last meal, this crazy motherfucker, he requested 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. And that was his entire last meal. His entire last meal.
Mint ice cream?
Yeah, to me that's like horrible.
That's like...
I would kill myself just, if somebody served
You would
that.
have like milky shits when you die on the electric chair, but then again,
it all
you
comes
might
out
not
at the
have.
same time.
I mean,
At least you'd have some fresh breath.
I wonder if they have like some ooey gooey surprise after.
I don't know.
Maybe he was trying to figure out some way to like avoid the chair and have going like diabetic.
See, yeah, I wish I wrote down the method of how they killed them, because it could be their electric chair or a firing squad or injection.
Hey, I want to take a short break just to see who Timothy McVeigh. Let's see if he was lactose intolerant, and he was just trying to bypass it.
We'll take a 2-second break just to find out.
Thank you for hanging out with us for that extremely short period of time. We actually couldn't find out if he was lactose intolerant. But how many more? Do we have another one?
We got one more example, yeah.
Oh, hold on a second. We got to just make this official.
One more. The third and final example, death row inmates' last meals. Everybody knows this guy. His name is Ted Bundy. And he is a very notorious serial killer. This man, he declined a special meal, so was given the traditional last meal, which apparently is steak, medium rare, eggs over easy, hash browns, toast with butter and jelly, milk, and juice.
That's not a bad sound meal.
Yeah,
Considering what they actually serve you in jail, that's...
I mean, I went through the list, and some people chose, like one kidney bean, like some crazy shit. But the traditional last meal sounds pretty good. Like, I wish I could order from restaurants. Like, can I get the traditional last meal for death row inmates?
Hey, yo, Roxanne's. Let me get that death row meal. And that last one before I die.
Before I ask you a question, I also have a fact about death row inmates, which I thought was kind of interesting. Did you know prisoners waiting to be executed on death row in America are given a physical beforehand to ensure that they are fit enough to die? Like, what sense does that make?
Well, I mean, maybe it's the method of how they are going to die.
Yeah, but if they suffer, is that really a bad thing?
At that point, I don't really see a point.
I mean, I know the whole the cruel and inhumane treatment thing, but you murder 33 people. Who really cares about cruel and unusual punishment?
That's true. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny because you think about it. Like, if I'm like Jared Fogle and I'm going to, let's say I just got diagnosed with AIDS, does that mean I'm going to go to the electric chair? I'm not going to go because I just got AIDS? Am I signing my own death sentence?
No, I think you can still die.
Yeah. I mean,
this just makes it quicker.
I just chose Jared Fogle because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. So here's my question to you.
Sure.
I guess to me, I haven't really thought about it at all.
Are you gonna ask me what my last meal's gonna be?
Yeah. What would you choose as your last meal if you were being put to death by the state?
All right. Well, I'm gonna kind of go with what is the standard meal, like the steak and eggs kind of thing. Except I'd go with country fried steak.
Oh,
with extra gravy, because
the white gravy.
The white gravy. Fuck, put some brown gravy on there too.
Oh, you want a little half and half, actually?
Yeah.
All
Why
right.
not? We could, hell, put it in a blender and surprise me.
We call that mulatto chicken fried steak.
I don't know if that's PC anymore. You're not allowed. Is that mulatto?
Yeah, I think that's PC.
We'll call
I
it
don't
the
know
black
if it's
and white
PC.
sauce. We'll call it the black
I don't
and
know
white
if it's
sauce.
PC if you're talking about food items, but
That's true. I go with except I would go scrambled eggs, make it easy for the guy making the meal. Like, because you can't really fuck up scrambled eggs unless you overcook them like I do. And then on the side, I'd probably go with some mint chocolate chip ice cream as well, but not 2 pounds of it. And, I'd probably just get another steak just to say I had steak before I died.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hang with Hitler. It's like, yeah.
I dig it. That sounds
Ma-
like
or I would make a completely unrealistic possibility. I'd say I'd like a human liver,
Oh wow.
and
And just not eat it, or eat it just to.
just to say that, just to add cannibal to the things that they say
Would you
about
like
me in the
that
history.
braised human liver?
No,
How would you cook that?
I want it raw. Just give it to me,
Just on its
so
own-
I can
on-
look like I'm coming
on
out
a
of a
side
horror
plate.
on a side plate. Yeah, maybe a human heart. Just to
Still beating.
go totally Edgar Allan Poe the shit. Like, I hear a rapping at the door. Here's my heart.
Quote salt.
Keep in mind, I am making
Nevermore.
hand-to-mouth gestures right now that you obviously can't see, listener. But, yeah, man, I would totally go with country fried steak, and gravy, and extra gravy, and fuck hash browns. I don't understand why people
I
eat
like
hash
home
browns.
fries. I don't do hash browns, but home fries are my jam. Like home fries, like cut into like those cubes with onions.
You want a cubed home fries. Deep fried?
Sure. This isn't my last meal, but I'm just saying I'm about it.
Brennan, what is your last meal?
I would have. I think the steak thing is a good go to, but I would have of course the best cut filet mignon. I would have that like a double portion, maybe like a 16 ounce, and I'd want
That's a big filet mignon.
Yeah, it's my last meal. Yeah, I'd want like a 16-ounce filet. You can butterfly it because it's so big. I'd want that medium
Now,
rare.
keep in mind that some of our listeners are dumb as shit. What does butterfly mean?
Butterfly is when you take the steak and you basically cut it in half to make it thinner without like actually cutting through. So you're making the steak. Filet mignon is more or less like a circle. And thick. It's taking that and cutting it in half and making it more like steak width.
Steak with.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
And on top of that, I'd have like some special, either like some super buttery garlic mash, or like maybe if I wanted to go like Tex-Mex, I'd do like a chipotle mash. We'll stick with the garlic mash, and I'd serve that on top of butter pan fried asparagus
You'd
with
still go with vegetables on your last meal?
oh yeah
Oh, yeah. Okay.
with a demi on top
With demi glaze.
demi glaze on top, and then I'd still have to go with the side Caesar.
Side of Caesar.
Yep.
Not me, man. Keep the greens out of my death. I don't care about them arteries no more. Give me that human heart, my country fried steak, and we're good to go.
And and that concludes my last meal.
And
Kill me now.
So now you know.
Kill me now. Plug it in, baby. Plug it in. Put the helmet on. Wouldn't that be some shit if there was not enough current? Let me take a last bite.
And that concludes our segment, Jailhouse Foods of Death Row Inmates. Yep, we're going to take a short break. See you soon.
Bye.
Hello and welcome back to Salty Goodness. Thank you for breaking with us. Hi, Brennan.
Hey.
So, I got another thing I want to talk about.
Let's do it.
God damn, do I hate flying, dude.
Yeah?
Do I look like a jihadi terrorist to you?
Slightly. No, you don't. You
Okay.
go too short. You know,
Like, my beard doesn't even read
look like a
ZZ
standard-
Top Access.
standard white guy.
Standard white dude with a little facial hair, because that's just how my body decides not to grow hair very quickly. And, okay, so, yet again, I fall victim to 2 times when prior to getting on my flight to go to Arkansas, and my flight back,
You pulled aside?
I was pulled aside and
Really?
selected to go through the more advanced search.
That's never happened to me.
Really? I mean,
Never.
it's just uncanny to me. Like, what's a guy with a green jacket and a Cubs hat? Like, am I really one of your top members of society that are going to cause a difficulty on Prime?
You are a target.
I am a target. It is bullshit.
Maybe
So-
they just feel your vibe, your aura, your energy.
Are we going to talk about the stars and their alignment and...
Yo, what's your horoscope, buddy?
Oh, Jesus Christ. So anyways, so we actually pay, so I do the TSA pre-check, so which means, guess what? I'm not supposed to go through these lines unless I am individually picked out of the group. So of our family of 5, I'm selected both times to do the take all your electronics out, take your shoes off, take your belts off, and I'm just like...
Do you think it's because you're like an interracial couple and you got old half Japanese kid?
I have no idea.
Does that have any
I don't know what the merit is of their deciding factor. If it's like every 1 out of 10 people, every 1 out of like 20 people, 1 out of 5. I mean, it's stupid. Why?
Well, I know that you go through X-rays, and when I go through X-rays, I strut my stuff.
Well, I mean, at this point, they could probably see my dick. I mean, with
Oh,
all
yeah,
the technology
no
that they
doubt.
got,
No doubt.
it's
And
like
you know what? Maybe that's
maybe-
a flattering thing. Maybe they see your dick through the X-ray and they're like, "Hey, I want to touch this guy."
Well, they didn't do any of the hands-on. That's what happens when I go to the international airport. We actually went through Sanford, so I guess those guys were really bored on the other side, and they're like, even though you paid, fuck you, man. Let's just have you go through the other one. And of course but I mean, if you're a TSA member and you're listening to the show, write us an email, saltygoodnesspodcast@gmail.com. Tell me why I'm always pre-selected. You can see my picture on the...
Because it
on our
totally doesn't
Facebook-
seem random, does it?
No, it doesn't. It feels like I'm being picked out of the litter because of a profile. Like, apparently I fit, like, maybe a Timothy McVeigh profile. So,
It could be
like, hey, he's a good-looking white guy or an ugly-looking white guy, depending on which...
domestic terrorist.
Right. He looks like he's been radicalized. Woo-wee. On that note, we're not going to be doing Trumpster Fire this week. No, I'm not feeling it this week. It's
Okay,
just like,
well then we'll do a short version because I have a couple tidbits.
you got something to go with Trump this week?
Yeah, I mean I have my.
How did I not prepare for Trump and you prepared for Trump?
I didn't really prepare for it because I don't ever really am prepared for Trump. But
I don't think anyone's ever prepared for
I
Trump.
have my
I don't think Stormy Daniels was prepared for Trump.